Hi everyone, today we will see how to prepare final figures or manuscript using the ggplot library. We will cover how to programmatically generate advanced polished figure so that you don't have to spend a lot of time making final adjustment for a publication. The ggplot library is a very popular R package used for plotting figures, and we are going to use the first example provided here. First, we simply copy this example and paste it into our session, then run it. Lo and behold, we have the plot we were looking at. However, this plot has some limitations. For instance, the y-axis only has 3 values. The titles and axis labels are the given columns, and there is a gray background we would like to remove. We will now have the basic plot save or later use in Inkscape. But before that, this is the snippet of code that I always include at the end of my figure. This is the final figure it produces, and you can go ahead and copy it from the description and try it with your own figures. As you can see, the first line modified the scales. Now let's try to modify the axis. Note that here we have the axis label in 2 lines. We did that by inserting a line break. If we run the code again, all the axis labels will appear in 1 line, which might be sometimes convenient. If we comment on both of these lines, the X and Y labels will be gone, reverting to the column names, which aren't very informative, like HY, WY, and CYL. We are using the theme classic, which sets the plot style. If we comment on this line, we return to the gray background with intermediate lines. Although informative, this can get a little bit crowded, so I generally prefer to remove the background from my plots. Regarding the figure legend, we already have it on the right side, but I include this code in case I need to change it. We also remove the legend title. If we run the code again, we'll see that the legend remains on the right, but the title of the figure legend has been removed, as it's generally quite useless. Now let's look at the font size. We see that it's currently set to 7, which is quite small. If we comment on the line, where we define both the font type and size, and run the code, the size of the letters will change. This is important because journals often require specific font sizes and styles. We can control this specification in the last line, where we define the size. I found that 0.468 empirically gives a line of 1 point in the PDF vector graphic. When we rerun the commented line, we return to the original plot, where the X and Y axes are missing. Now let's go ahead and import this original figure into Inkscape, where we could do the final adjustments. If you go to File, Import, and select the original figure that we just generated, the first thing we notice when we open it is that it occupies most of the page. This is too large for a scientific journal, as panels usually occupies a smaller size. When we zoom in, we can see that the letters are too small. If we further zoom in on the legends, we can see that the text is only 3.4 points in size. Now let's save the final version. It is essential to define the width and length of the figure in centimeters so that it occupies a reasonable space. When we upload it, the size will already be appropriate. As we zoom in, all the elements we define will be the correct size already. For example, if we look at the font size, we can see that it's now 8 points for the legend. When we look at the size of the lines, they are 1 point, and we can change them as desired. Now, the only thing that remains to be done is a bit of reshuffling, like adjusting the legend or making any other modifications you might want. And there we have it, our final figure, which requires minimal effort, as you can appreciate. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. There will be more videos like this coming.